It's funny. I did not grow up intending to go into film and television. I think most of the family sort of didn't. But I sort of went this path because I had done so much theater growing up. And then now I look back, of course, and looking back, it's very easy to see the straight line from, the family business to here. But as the family is always pointing out, they're like, I made this path sort of on my own here in Los Angeles, because when I moved here originally out of school, like I didn't really know anybody. I think it's very popular now, right? 2023. It's very popular now and cool now to be, Indian American, Indian descent. Here, like it's viewed that way here, I think now, but like 20 years ago, 25 years, 30 years ago, it was sort of not that way. You used to see representation was not that good for Indians in American TV and movies. It was always, what I grew up watching was always when there was an Indian person on screen, they were sort of the butt of a joke, or they were, they were like the funny next door neighbor. At some point, they started portraying terrorists for some reason. Like, it was, I don't think the culture was as respected or treated well as it is now. Well, when I grew up, growing up as a brown kid in the US, when I was doing it in the 80s and in the 90s, it was not cool at all. Right now you see everybody going everywhere and ordering chai and like doing yoga and like all this stuff that has like come from India and been sort of like reappropriated and changed. But none of this was familiar to most people here at all. I was like this sort of skinny kid with a funny name, which is a thing Barack Obama used to say about himself, which I liked and I've stolen, although he was much more successful than I am. But it's true, I think that nobody really understood the culture or wanted to. Right now, you see people talking all kinds of things like the White House having Diwali parties. And this is a big thing that's understood ever. Kamala Harris is as the vice president, This was a pipe dream 40 years ago. And it's incredible to see that it's come true and one thing that I've realized is that because, people from India were really only started being allowed to come to this country in the late 60s, early 70s. Now, those of us who were born here, first generation Indian Americans, are now in our 40s and have achieved some level of success where now we're able to really start changing the way that TV and movies look. So I always think about like for the next generation, like for the kids now to be able, it's normal to see other brown kids on TV looking cool, which I wish we had, but we didn't. Yes, would love to. I would love to come work there. We're constantly talking about meetings and trying to find the right project. I think that having grown up here, but having, obviously the entire generation as a family from India and having spent a bunch of my childhood there, I think that I understand the sort of both cultures in a way that is really cool and exciting. And hopefully you can find a way to put that to good use. So, the four of us, as kids grew up together, and we weren't thinking about this. We just were watching movies and consuming media and having fun and, doing that. And it's great now because, they've achieved a level of success in India where they're coming here now for, meetings and projects. So it's great because we get to see each other a lot more in person. And like, hopefully we will all find a way to work together on something again, because I think it would just be fun, right? That would be super fun to do. Get the whole family together. Come on.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.